Hi, my name is Niko, host of the political radio show Mi Casa es Su Casa and political analyst. To catch my radio show live, you can go to my Facebook page, Niko D House, or you can catch it at awakeradio.us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays or 4 p.m. Pacific. It also replays throughout the week on awakeradio.us, or you can catch it any time on video, which will be posted here onto YouTube, or via my Facebook, where it gets uploaded shortly after we shoot the video. So, lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, Hillary Clinton is a cheater. After many independent journalists and citizen journalists were ridiculed, insulted, demonized, it turns out once again, just like during the primaries, we were right. The election was rigged. Now, many of you who have been following me since we released the information about the moles within Bernie Sanders' campaign from the DNC, I've continuously said that if Hillary Clinton was going to cheat, metropolitan areas would be the easiest places for her to cheat. That's why in places like New York, she would get demolished in New York State area, upstate New York, and then all of a sudden she'd be able to do things like drop the voter rolls, drop hundreds of thousands of people from the voter rolls in Brooklyn, or when in a place like Brooklyn where Bernie Sanders was born and raised. It didn't make any sense. And this was not only consistent with voting in New York, but in California, in Florida, and other areas where there was a major Democratic metropolitan city for Hillary Clinton to harp on and use her resources in. This has been consistent with the recount in Wisconsin, because as we have come to find out, in 2 days of recounting, just 2, Hillary Clinton has stolen 19,000 votes. Most of them primarily coming from Milwaukee County, which is obviously one of the largest and most populated counties in the state of Wisconsin. Here we go again. Here we go again. I thank you once again, Jill Stein, because I was very aware of what you were trying to do, which is expose election fraud, not only in the Republican Party, but in the Democratic Party as well. And for those of you who continuously claim that she should have pursued 50 states from the beginning, there's actually very clear, legitimate reason why she couldn't. Just in a state like Wisconsin, the Democratic Party, well, not the Democratic Party, but Wisconsin, who is primarily composed of Democrats, tried to hike up the recount fee to $3.3 million, whereas Jill Stein only raised $7 million. So imagine her trying to do this in every single state in the country. She had to place a valiant effort on trying to get recounts in key states that she knew she could win them in. And not win them as in she won the election, but she could win the recounts and show significant voter or election fraud on behalf of the parties. And now that we have the significant proof, it will be easy for her to raise money going forward to do recounts across the country. But I digress. 19,000 votes were stolen in favor of Hillary Clinton, and she still lost. And now it turns out she actually got demolished in Wisconsin, and we're not even halfway through the state, ladies and gentlemen. This is indicative of the very behavior we saw during the primary elections. Whereas many of you thought we were crying wolf, we were in fact the only ones paying attention. We were the only ones seeing the patterns. We were the only ones seeing the exit polling. Hillary Clinton being a cheater is not new to us. Not new to many of us, I should say. But nonetheless, many of you have been asleep and in the dark, or simply ill-informed about politics. Cheating is a regular practice in politics, and to believe that the biggest liar in political history would not be a cheater, would not cheat to win, would not have to cheat to win after the largest exodus of the Democratic Party in history, is completely naive. The truth of the matter is, this election should be completely redone. The results of this election can't even hold water. They're not legitimate. The primary wasn't a primary. It was a coronation. Donald Trump should have been excommunicated from the Republican Party and politics in general for his rude and crude remarks, not to mention his pending legal cases. Now, although I don't believe that we can turn back the hands of time and go back and start a new primary over, what I do believe, however, is that we can get a 50-state recount, and we need to petition for one. Because what this election has showed us, what these results of this recount have showed us, is that cheating is not unique to one party, it's not unique to one candidate, and election integrity is a problem that must be solved and attacked right now if we are ever going to see any legitimate change in this country. Please like and share this video. Let the world know that cheating has run rampant. We need to start a petition and start a fundraiser for a 50-state recount. And we have to raise enough money just in case states, like what Wisconsin did, tries to raise their fee for recounts. Like I said, Wisconsin raised their recount fee to $3.3 million. One of the things stopping Jill Stein from doing another recount in Pennsylvania is because they have a fee of $1 million. And obviously these are going to get more and more expensive the more successful we become, because people don't want to be exposed. So please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you later. Hope to see you on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, 4 p.m. Pacific for Mi Casa Es Su Casa. Have a good afternoon, everybody.